still hear it in my sleep.
Okay, it's 4 o'clock my time. Call the meeting order. Approve the minutes. You got the minutes for last meeting, Tommy?
Yes.
I got a copy, don't worry.
Everybody ain't got a copy.
I got a copy.
Linda's got one, Steve's got one. You get a copy, Shane. One. That's not bad. Anybody else want a copy?
Okay, approve the minutes for the previous meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Second.
Any old business?
We're going to, I'll make a motion to suspend the reading of the previous meeting.
Second. Second. Well, let me amend the minutes to, we gotta appoint 2 people. We're gonna have to appoint 2 people to the Rigid Solid Waste Board. I will tell you the name right now, Ronnie Lee and Don Henderson Jr. That'll be the 2. Need a motion.
So move.
Need a second. Second. I don't want to second.
You second.
Right. We'll discuss that later on in the thing. We just want to get it on the agenda. Let's go into new business.
Said Ronnie Lee and
Don Henderson Jr. They've been on it before. Their time just expired. Nobody else they want to be on it. Go ahead, Ms. Speaker.
Okay, this month, well, December, we took in 78 dogs. We had 1 returned to owner, 11 adopted out, and one of those adoptions was actually a fee waived because people were adopting 2 bulldogs. They're very hard to place. It was already spayed, so I just waived that fee. We had 4 adoptions by grant on dogs. 32 went to rescue. We had 0 die of natural causes. We had 2 in quarantine for biting. They have since had their rabies shots and gone home. And we didn't euthanize anything. Cats, we took in 15. We didn't have any return to owner. We had 12 adopted, and 8 of those were fee waived just because they had been spayed free of cost to us, and I needed to move some cats. We had 6 go to rescue, 6 die of natural causes, and I euthanized 4 for illness. At the end of the month, we had 50 dogs and 31 cats, but 11 of those dogs were newborn puppies born in the facility. And we are full again. I responded to 29 calls, took in $550 in adoption fees. We had 1 returned to owner for $50. We had $75 donated, so total receipts was $675. And we had about $300 worth of stuff donated from the girl from Williamson County that brought stuff last year. She also brought a whole bunch of stuff this year. And most of it was dog food and cat food, but it was also blankets and cleaning supplies. And that's all I got.
Motion to accept the report.
Motion to
Second.
report.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any questions?
I've got a few things, if possible, I was wanting to ask about.
Go ahead.
Obviously the leak in the feed.
It is still leaking. When it rains hard, I think the rains is actually blowing back up underneath the roof and still leaking right over top of my feet. But we have lids on those, but it still makes it a mess. And the roof is pretty much rotten right above where it's leaking. Also, in December, we had the drain out here fixed. It's very sloped. Some of the cars have trouble getting in and out of it, but it does solve the water problem. I have not had any water in the building since then.
Good.
And the same guy that done the drain out here also said he could take out this hill right here and make us a drive-through, and he said it would not be any problem at all for him to do that. It gets to where we can do that.
Let's address the roof. I talked to Greg a while ago. Greg said he want to get a roof right there, 'cause 10 or 15 pieces of tin got to be removed and gonna have to fix the roof. Now, when Greg gonna do that, I don't know. Get the roof right, but he did say.
So there probably wouldn't be any need in us trying to do anything as far as on contingency that we get this $250,000 grant. We wouldn't need to. We would have the money, in other words, to do that without even addressing that, right?
What $250,000 grant you talking about? Building the ground trying to get?
Yeah.
You know what the government would specify what that got to be used for. If it's for lights only, that's all it can be used for. I don't know what it.
I read the post thing, and it was like to make buildings more energy efficient and stuff. And if that's the case, I have no ceiling in that part of the building. It stays really cold back there. If I had a ceiling, that would solve a lot of the heating issues.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It will cover roofs, Michael. I asked that specifically. If we get it, we don't know that we'll get it, but that is something we could use it for if we got it.
It'll come through building the ground.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any more questions?
On the circle drive, is there any way that we could look into that again? Because obviously, I see by everybody parking on the lower end, they knew there was no way that you were going to fit up here. And if it's not that big a deal, and Levy even said, during our highway meeting that he could help do the work, that would actually cut the cost down, the time, where we could look at that, where you just come in up there, circle down, and you never have to address parking.
Well, I'll tell you, we needed a fence out there, the containment fence. We did need that, the secondary fence to prevent animals from getting loose. But that took up a lot of parking. If we hadn't done that, we'd had enough parking. Now, when you start talking about construction, you're talking about a lot of money. And I don't think it'll ever go over.
Well, I know this place is getting busy. I mean, some days I have 6 or 7 people in here at a time, like this morning. And you just have to wait. If somebody can, the first person in here, they just have to wait for the last person to get done and leave. So, I mean, they just can file out of here as they come in, just because there's no place for them to turn around.
Well, I was the second one here, so I parked down here on the road so that the ladies would have somewhere to park. Because I felt like I can park down there and walk up.
Go ahead.
Okay, I understand money is an issue, always is. But when we're talking about the budgeting process for this coming year, when does that start? And if we look at this and say, okay, we get an estimate that says it's going to cost X number of dollars to do this, then I think that's something that we definitely need. I mean, this is not a facility that welcomes people. First, you can't find it, like you said. Secondly, when you get here, there's no place to park. It's hard to get out. It's hard to get in. It's not user-friendly whatsoever. So, I mean, as somebody that lives in the county, pays county taxes, to just say it's not there, I don't think is the answer. The answer is, can we get an estimate of what we're talking about, and then when it comes time for budgeting for the coming year, that's what we need to
Well,
look
that's
at
the
doing.
building and ground problem. I can't get it. All that belong to the building and ground.
Okay.
They
Well,
gotta
then, at
do it.
least we know then where we need to start. I mean, if that's the situation, but does that budget have to come from,
No,
then
it's
that's Kim's budget, part of Kim's budget, or that's part of building and grounds?
building and ground, baby.
Well, we got somebody on the committee that can
Yeah.
address that.
And if it costs so much, it has to go for budget and finance too.
Everything gotta go
Yeah.
through budget, finance, and management.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to say that I'm against that, but I think this committee has done real well in a year and a half. We've got Kim a good truck to drive, we've got the containment fence, we've got, everything is gravel good now. We've got
I
the
have a
drainage,
ceiling.
we have a good ceiling here, your husband did an excellent job.
Yeah.
We've got the drainage issue took care of, and times as tough as they are, I think we've done real good in a year and a half.
Yes, we have made great strides in the right direction, but still, it's, like I said, she says, it's not a people-friendly place. I would like to make it more so, and on that note, I would also like
When
to
it was
bring
built, if it'd been built up on top, on the level ground, would have been a lot better.
Yes,
But it's down here where it is, and there's nothing you can do about that.
one
It
other
is what it
thing
is.
I'd like to bring up while we're on that subject of being people-friendly and, you know, public-friendly. I would like to see if we could add adoptions and adoption center to our name.
And that,
Like Warren County Animal Control and Adoption Center.
that's what I got the stats on that, 'cause I didn't.
Because this, I mean, we have, in the 3 years that I've been here, the numbers have changed dramatically. From almost euthanizing everything that come in here to almost everything that comes in here now gets a home. It either gets a home through rescue or it gets a home through adoption here, and that needs to be made public. Because I get probably 5 or 6 calls a week. Is this who I call to adopt an animal? People don't know.
Yeah. Well, as you can see there, we adopted out 86%. I mean, out of 856 animals, we adopted out 710. I mean, that's pretty good.
Is that
I don't-
rescue also?
That's including the rescue.
It doesn't matter, we didn't euthanize them.
Well, the
you
ones
know.
that were adopted out were probably good enough dogs that would have went to a rescue if they hadn't been adopted.
Exactly. And the dogs that went to rescue, the biggest majority of are really great dogs. But the rescues, when they see, because when they come in, like I took in 8 today, first things we do is we give them a vaccination, we weigh them, we warm them, and I take their pictures. And I know I have a rescue going out Wednesday night, so everything that come in today, their pictures got taken and they were sent to ARC. So they're in the running to go to rescue. And if they're not chosen for rescue, then I'll put them on the Facebook page as up for adoption. But I want to get as many as I can get out of this county, the better.
I'd like to rename it the Warren County Animal Control and Adoption Center. I thought that way it would tie it all together, because, you know, people know us as the animal shelter. But yeah, at the same time, we actually adopt out more than we do anything else. I mean, the facts are there. I mean, they don't lie. You know, that might involve buying a new sign or something to put out at the road or something, but we probably could get that donated. We've got enough animal lovers in the town that we probably could get that donated. But I think it would be a good way of showing where we've come from, because I was looking back through some of the videos that's on the internet from like '07 about this place, and until I realized it was from '07, I was pretty hot. I was angry because it was basically running this place down.
Yeah.
Well, I can go back since I've sat on the court.
Yeah.
Humane Society was killing 90% state animal when they was over by the fairground. That was Humane Society was running it.
Yep.
You know,
I
when I
remember
first
when
came
our,
on
when our
court.
kids played ball over there, they had an incinerator.
You could
and
smell
you
it.
could smell it.
Burn your eyes at night.
Can I just say one other thing to that? And then this kind of goes with what Kim was saying as far as putting a drive in there. One of the things that would really help, because I know a family that came down here for a couple times looking for a dog, But if you're gonna look for a dog, or cat, you don't have anywhere to take that animal and to play with it, interact with it. I mean, all you do is see it in a cage. So, you know, if we could get that space up there a little bit more accessible.
Y'all snuck in without that doing that.
More accessible up there, then we can, you know, as we do have our Helping Animals of Warren County charitable organization is up and running. We've applied for our 501c3, so as soon as that gets blessed by the government, then, you know, we can do things like put in a fenced area up there. But
Who applied for it? It ain't came through this committee yet.
no, it's a private
It's her
group.
organization.
So we're gonna take the private, we gotta get all that proof to the court, 'cause we don't wanna get private involved on government property. That's a
Okay.
bad idea.
Well, I guess what I meant was we could donate the materials needed to do that, if there was a spot to do it. It's something that's needed for the animal shelter.
But look like what happened in the past, they let civilian get in government things and the thing went kaput for years and the last
Yeah.
7-8
Yeah.
years, it just went haywire. Right now,
We don't want
running
to get
smooth.
involved in the running of it. We don't want to get involved in, you know, doing anything other than to help so that the animals have a better chance of being adopted and that they're taken care of properly.
Just, you know, if I go back the last 5, 6, 7 years, it seemed like every month, 2 months, they were changing the policy, trying to convince somebody they were doing something. That committee and John and Sally, they want to rewrite the policy every few months.
Anyway,
If we were to discuss the name change, I think that's something we were to probably ask the county attorney if it could be done. That may be something that may be a legal thing.
well, I mean, it might be, I don't know.
He had to pass full court anyway.
Well, I mean,
It's not something we can do.
No,
well, I think it still has to start here though, in this committee. Right, Mike?
but I would check with Kirsten and Larry first. Then we change it.
So there's no reason to do a motion or anything until you
No,
check.
I'll check with Larry and Hirsch. Any more questions? Any more questions? Okay, we'll move to Steve. Health Department not here.
Tommy, you want the Barretts to sign in?
Yeah.
Can I use a thumbprint?
Thank you, Steve.
Okay, the monthly report for December. Avon again.
4 points, really.
Yeah, we don't close till 5. We close down till.
No, not as loud.
Go ahead.
Okay, those hauled the waste away, we didn't haul none for the month of December. Those hauled Southern Central, hauled 752.58 tons. That cost $31,984.65, that's 118 loads. On our newsprint, we had 20.69, that brought $517.25, 4 loads. On our cardboard, we had 31.97, money received was $959.10, 7 loads. Mailed to Southern Central, we had 15.76, that brought $945.60, and we had 8 loads. Okay, next page. we collected, 8 used batteries at $60. Collection site for used tires collected $1,254. 54 tires, passenger tires, and 57 truck tires, so 200 gallon of used oil. We had 2.75 ton of electronics, 6 tons of plastic that we hauled to over there on Nebor Road in Pike Hill. We had a total of 79.12 tons that was recycled, and money coming back to the county totals $2,956.56. We had a total of 16.63 tons of paid to get recycled, and 752.58 went to the landfill, which that was Christmas part of it. So the month of December we had 11%. Next page is your yearly totals. Then we hauled 90.94 tons to waste away for last year. That cost $3,763.35. That was 10 loads. Loads to Southern Central, we hauled 7,790.15 tons. That cost $331,081.37, which is about a third of the sanitation budget each year. That was 1,263 loads. On metals, we had 232.28 tons. That brought $24,731.05, 119 loads. On the aluminum cans, we had 5.22. That brought $4,702, 12 loads. Totals on newsprint was 163.88. That brought $4,097, 29 loads. Totals on cardboard, we had 338.90 tons. That brought $10,167, 79 loads. On our batteries, we had 3.35 tons for the year. That brought $1,117.50. We had 149 batteries. Totals on oil, we had 13.69. That was $171.05. And that was 3,421 gallons. But on our oil now, they're gonna start charging for it. I don't know how much right now. Fuel is down, gasoline, is cheap. And so when it was high, they was paying us a little money. So this year they'll start charging. I don't know what it's gonna be at this point, but they're gonna start charging a little bit on that. So our totals on our truck and passenger tires, we had 339 ton, 0.9, and that's the estimated cost of $33,541.30. That was 23,045 passenger tires and 1,712 tractor and truck tires. So we recycled 56.45 tons of electronics, 29 tons of mixed plastics. We had 20 tons that come from the research station. That was 20 tons of rolled plastic. And then we collected 240 tons of wood chips from Warner County Highway Department, which most of it come off the hill over there. They had to do the grinding on it. And so they haul the chips back over there, and hopefully we can do something with it a little bit later on, if just give it away. And then we collected 18.75 ton of latex paint. So any questions, I'll be glad to try to answer.
Motion to accept the report.
One question, Steve, the plastic that comes from the research center, does it go in the regular plastic bin?
No,
Or does it have to be kept separate?
Well, see, a company from, I think it's Ohio or someplace, they come here and get that.
Okay.
They collect it in Nurseryman and haul it to it over there. And there's a second page or a third page here, I forgot to tell you, the totals also, the next page, last page. We have a total of 9,103.76 tons been collected from the Warren County Sanitation Department last year. We have a total of 1,532.55 tons this waste been recycled. So that's about 15% for the year. And money coming back totals $44,985.60 from recycled material. And we're also getting a grant. We got approved for a grant to buy bins with, and I think it's like a 16,000, and we have to match the rest, something like that.
I think you got like 6,000, 8,000.
Yeah.
Like 6,000
We got to match it. I believe it's a 70-30, I believe now. So we've been approved for the 25 or the 16,000, about 25 in all, 25,000. But we have a busy time during Christmas, we always do. If anybody's been around the convenience centers, you know it's just chaos. But we got food
I know.
up here. You know, don't you,
Yeah.
personally, don't you?
The 70-30 matching grant, it was 16,000.
I believe 16,000 something, I don't know
It was
exactly.
a little
what
over
it said.
16,000.
And that's to buy, recycling containers. And Charlie Johnson, he's awful good about, I mean, he seems like he can do everything right when it comes to grant writing, and he does a good job. But, and that saves taxpayers money. Anytime you can get a grant and you can match it 30%, well, it's a plus.
Any more questions? Any more questions? Fox, you up?
Okay, we need to approve that.
Move to approve the minutes. Motion.
Motion to approve his report.
No, second. You just pass it. I'm sorry. Here, I'll hand it to them. Here's your control. Okay, this is for December, report for December. The health department provided 2,363 visits to 2,128 clients, and we gave 197 immunizations during that month. And that's really all I have.
Any more questions?
This your busiest time of year?
Busiest?
Yeah.
Not normal, not average, not really, not
I
any
thought maybe the
different.
flu season and
It
everything.
hasn't really kicked in yet, so,
Okay.
not so much.
Your heating and air working good?
It's awesome.
Good.
Wonderful. Very thankful.
Good.
Motion to accept the report.
Make a motion to accept the report.
Who's second? I'll second the report.
No more questions, you can leave.
Thank you. Ran late, we went to the wrong spot. Out of habit.
We'll be at your place next month.
Oh, okay, sounds good. Thank you.
We like tables and chairs, we don't care. Especially chairs.
Okay, let's get to the Region Solid Waste Board party. This is a 6-year term. Every county gotta have it. There's no way around it. And the last person served on it was Ronnie Lee and Don Hennessy Jr. They say they like to serve back on it for another 6-year term. Motion to accept a motion to accept a nomination to serve back on this board.
So moved.
Yes, second. Since I'm trying, I'll make the second.
I'll do it.
All right, anybody second? Katie?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Katie, did you sign in sheet?
I got it right here.
Because Carol's gonna ask me how come some of these are 4-0 and some of them 5-0.
Okay, that's all I have. Anybody got anything else?
I think Deanna and I were just gonna come and just say what a good job these girls do and this group does here. You know, our experience was pretty much flawless. Well, it wasn't pretty much flawless, it was flawless, you know, and we've told, you know, being in the puppy business for the last 10 years and just dogs in general, you know, y'all couldn't have made it any easier or better, you know. I mean, it's very comparable as far as the actual getting the puppy and or the dog or whatever, you know, you washed her and we left with a little blanket and towel and all that stuff. You know, I mean, that's stuff that you get in a pet store. I mean, you know, and it's stuff like that. I think that experience is what helps people remember. And we've told probably, we won't even talk about the great paper article that I had one compliment that we weren't on the front page, we were the front page. But you know, it's stuff like that that it opens that conversation that we've been able to have with people that have known the kind of dogs we've raised in the past. And you know, poor little Eva, she's more famous than anybody right now, I think, in the county until something else happens. But people have asked me, I've had 40 questions today about this place. You know, I mean, probably at least 40, because everywhere we go, people are asking, you know, we had never been out there, don't even know where, and a lot of people don't know where it is. You know, to this day. I said, parking's a little funny. It's kind of hard to find, but if you get there, they got them. So, you know, no complaints with our experience at all. We deal with customer service daily. So, like I said, I mean, hats off to y'all, because I couldn't do your job. I mean, and number two, no offense, I wouldn't do your job. But you know, y'all take it in stride and made it very, very pleasant experience, and just appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Very much. So, get a raise.
We're working on that.
Yeah. You need one.
No more questions. Next meeting will be at the Health Department in February. Motion to adjourn.
I make it.
Second.
All in favor?
I didn't want to look at the roof. I didn't want to see the leak.
Yeah. You're gonna show Lynn and everybody, you're gonna show Lynn and everybody the leaky area on the way out while we're here? Suspension, I could back across there and get it all torqued up and let you get a picture of that.
I've got a couple of pictures of it with my car sitting there, but